Hey y'all, where have y'all been? Let me turn up the volume. 1 second. Where have y'all been? Where have y'all been? Welcome back to Reality Imbalance. As you already know by the title, we're going to do words of power affirmations, okay? And we're going to be reading directly from my self-help book titled Affirmations for a Survivor, Expressions of Individuality, Volume 1. Go ahead and dive into the description or check out my website, realityimbalance.com, for additional information. But other than that, I just love hanging out. You know, I love, if you didn't know that already, is reading out loud. And one of my forte, so-called, I guess, I don't know. One of the things I love to do the most is to read words of power. The first words of power we are going to get into is I am spiritually connected. I am spiritually connected. Maybe you are trying to, maybe you are trying to find a sense of fullness as in what has brought you here today. With persistence, you can surpass all voids from yielding spiritual connectivity and restore your true identity. You may feel spiritually disconnected because of abuse, as the realization could be discouraging, lensed by societal views. When you are spiritually apart, you can invite the feeling of connectedness back into your life. Connect through nature, music, art, to relink what was never lost, only broken in transmission, uplifted. I am spiritually connected. With that connection, you just power right ahead, just like consciously and subconsciously, you work those acts together. With our next words of power affirmation called I am staying in power. Hello. I will not be repressed. Staying in power will bring a purpose to my life, scattering apprehension and fear as a survival so I can heal. Ruling all internal hemispheres, I acknowledge the power to discern my experiences, generating a fluorescent purple and gold omnipresence. The will to stay in power is empowering my life right now. For all advocates, survivors, and thrivers who stood the test of time, stand in power together. In this power, everyone, there's no ego, there's no division naturally. So you just pretty much show up as who you are. Our next words of power affirmation is called I am present. This present moment is to be empowered by infinite opportunities to enrich my being. One stream of thought aligns with my past, present, and future. I am here in this moment, rendering a simple expression of beauty. Outside, I notice vibrant sunflowers standing tall, slivered blades of mellow grass delighted and danced before all. My shadow self sees this performance and shines through what is distracting. Reflective like brass, the solar disk sun protects my crown, ascending nearer to the infinite one. I am present. Right. So this is why I say there's no, divisiveness when you show up as I am being present. You're naturally shining independently. So our next words of power affirmation is titled I am valued. I cannot reach my worth built around a centerpiece for display. Any day worth healing, I see no price to convey. No longer have I a private safe that aspects of me. I am a refraction of light seen by others, sometimes waged in their defaulted degeneracy. Truths spoken are like precious stones to dispel the dark pattern energy. Be just as radiant as the light that provides all synergy. Through a prism, my gems will increase in value, never fading away prosperity. I am valued. Your gems, obviously, people used to always talk about their gems. Oh, my gems, I collect my gems. Your wisdom is what is written, is what's written. Okay. What else can we write? What do we love to write? We like to write our visions. We like to write our paths, our goals, as factual. But what about writing things that you will predict in the now, current, present, through your dreams, through your purpose, your waking dreams, your sleeping dreams are also being written. Well, I hope so. Our next words of power affirmation is titled All of My Dreams Have Purpose. One of my favorite words of power affirmation. Often claiming a survivor of trauma or abuse, my dreams disconnect, idled a natural unrest. talent unclothed, believing in only survival, everything slumber envisioned with obstacles. Signals are off too. Woke, awake, aware in indigo consciousness. None of one thing. No foiled antennas, no buzzing unsmart phone ring. Toned, unveiled. Since being here, I've already forgotten all of my dreams have a purpose. For every reason, grounded, each one evades distraction. My book, my dream book is seamless. The outside is flesh. Permeating dreams inside are now focused. Within photographs, thriving. Surviving is far behind me. All of my dreams have purpose. I'm going to do one more, another one of my favorites, or maybe one or two. We'll see. I got, a bunch of them in this particular book, in the volume 1 affirmation. I think I got like 5 or 6 favorites. So here's another one called I Am. Like time, I am experiencing high and low fluctuations of the hand, a regenerative will for the soul to expand in the great spiral, changing directions again. Exult in verity. I am aware of all three. Me and myself invariably look to one eye, observing everything. Okay, let's do one more. The last one. This is another one of my favorites too, just by the power of the words themselves. So it's called I Create All Hope. This is like our church foundation. I create all hope. When I am experiencing hopelessness, there is more room for me to grow. To be hopeful is to know that positive changes are underway. No faith to be led astray. I realize now that hope and worry cannot coexist together. And because there is this spark within me searching fervently for this glimmer, even if I cannot perceive it, hope will return. I will remember. I create all hope. This goes out to the universe. I'll talk to y'all soon. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, y'all. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out. Right? Doing these words of power affirmations. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. How do you work this thing? Let me turn it around. See if it works. Part of me like really wants to jump in and do like the other volumes, but it's like, girl, I can do the next volumes in like 10 years or whatever. As a matter of fact, I took them off Amazon because I redid them, but I like to just stick with one thing for as long as possible, and I cannot wait. Okay, absolutely wait to continue to grow my body work, my life body work. So I'll check y'all out soon, y'all. Check out the description. Enjoy the rest of these moments. Take care. Bye.